Hi, I'm Ed, inventor of the Saniblast system. One of my longtime hobbies is making soda, beer, and wine. And if you're like me, after making a really exceptional batch of soda, beer, or wine, I'm excited to get it into the bottles and sharing it with my friends. But rinsing and ensuring that my bottles are properly sanitized takes all the fun out of the process. I've tried the drown and swish method, the pour and swish method, and the manual pump and spray, and found that they all are messy, inefficient, and sometimes ineffective, and burn up too much time and energy. I knew there had to be a better way, but nothing was available. So I came up with my own solution, the Saniblast system, a simple and affordable method to rinse and sanitize many of the containers used in aging, fermenting, and bottling beverages of all kinds. Let's see how quick and easy it is to set up and use. The system comes in a box. Of course, it has the rudimentary parts diagram, operating and assembling instructions, so you don't get too lost. And the bucket contains most of the parts except for the spray wand. So let's get the box out of here. We'll pull the lid off. Pump comes in the box. And what we're going to do is attach the spray wand to it. And we're going to make sure as we set this pump up that the volume control, which is right here, it goes to the left and it goes to the right. Let's make sure it's straight up and down, going to the right, where the least amount of volume of water recirculating will go through the pump. So that's what we want to do on just about all of the bottles and containers that we want to rinse. You don't need a whole lot of pressure to get this thing to work very well. So we're going to put that in the bottom, about in the center, and it has little suction cups on the bottom of the pump. Just make sure it's setting about center in the bucket. It works well that way. You don't have to be exact, but it's nice to have it close to the center. Then take your lid, run the cord through the lid, put that to the side, and we're going to go ahead and clip the lid onto the bucket. This is an easy on-off lid, which really makes it nice. Next thing we're going to do is take the bottle cradle, set this on top. It kind of cradles your bottles as well as contain any of the drips that come off of your bottles as you remove them. Next thing we're going to do is put our sanitizing solution into there, and I've already mixed up some sanitizing solution. It takes about 3/4 of a gallon to effectively run this pump. So we're going to put 3/4 of a gallon of our solution into the bucket at this time. Put it all in there. Now, let's see what this thing can do. We're going to go ahead and plug it in. Recirculating pump is running, but you can see nothing's coming out of the wand here, the spray wand. So what I'd like to start with is one of the 1 gallon containers. I use these for fermenting smaller, real small batches. Let's go ahead and put it on there. And as you can see, guess what? It's coating the sidewalls of the interior very well. It's getting the spray exactly where we want it, which is all around the interior of the side walls. Now we can go ahead and take some of the smaller bottles at this time. This is a little bottle we use for making soda. Works well on that. Beer bottle. Really well on beer bottles. This is a little Grosh bottle. These are kind of cool. Spray that, and again, you can see that your sanitizing solution goes all the way around the interior, as well as that Grosh cap, which is really nice. Again, larger bottle. This one's a plastic one. Works well on plastic. This is a larger beer bottle here. As you can see, shooting all the way to the top. And then you've got a curtain of this sanitizer going down the interior of the bottle. Wine bottles, does an awesome job on wine bottles. Clear wine bottle, we'll see what's happening here with the spray. Again, you can see that it is a 100% even and effective coating on these bottles. As soon as you pull the bottle off, of course your water stops rising in that wand. Another large Grolsch bottle. Again, go ahead and put your Grolsch cap on the bottom. Make sure it gets rinsed off as well as you're doing this. Works very well for that. Last thing we want to try here now is a carboy, and this is how I recommend rinsing your carboys and sanitizing your carboys. I always turn this off because I want as much power and pressure out of the pump as possible. So I'll go ahead and take the cradle off. I'll reach inside here and turn the volume control all the way to the left. I'm going to replace this bottle cradle onto our lid, twist it to the right. I'm not going to turn the pump on at this moment, but what I am going to do is I'm going to seat the carboy onto the wand and allow it to rest and push down our bottle stop as far as it'll go. Now we have this thing sitting positively on our bucket and in the cradle. At this time, now we can go ahead and turn it on, and as you can see, we've got an entire curtain of water cascading down this carboy. Very effective way of dealing with rinsing the interior of these without too much stress or anxiety, and that's the best part about this. Just an easy way to deal with things. Okay. Now that we've gone through all the different sizes of containers that I use here, I'm going to set this to the side. Let's see how well I can do with these 24 bottles here. Let's see how quickly I can go ahead and sanitize them. First thing I'm going to do again is get in here. Remember, turn the pump down as low as it'll go. Now we can go ahead and put the cradle back on. Plug it in. And I'm going to get my bottle tree up fairly close. Bring our bottles in and see if I can coordinate myself here. Anybody got a stopwatch? Let's see how long it takes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's a 6-pack. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 15, 14, getting there. Could be a little more careful when I'm putting these bottles on here, but as you can see, you still don't have any mess beyond the bottle cradle, which is really nice because they don't like to clean things up that way. And my wife will attest to that. And 24. Stop. How long did it take? Not very long. I don't know anything out there that can rinse and sanitize that rapidly. but this can't. Okay. It's just that easy. And when you're finished, what you do is rinse everything up, pour out your solution, or save it for the next time when you're bottling, if it isn't that far in the future. Put everything back in your pail, put it away for the next bottling session when you do need new solvent, and away you go again. When considering your time and expenses using any other method, the Saniblast system is your best option, and it's an incredible value. The Saniblast system is easy to set up, it works for many types of containers, it's very fast and doesn't make a mess, it doesn't take up a lot of room when you're storing it, and it's inexpensive, and as you can see, it's a blast to use. You know you need the Saniblasting system, you might as well go ahead and buy one. And you can pick it up online at www.saniblastsystem.com. Thank you very much.